Hello. Okay, just waiting for the chat to load. And that looks to be working. So, oh, and just on time, the pub next door decides to empty out the bottle bin. Fabulous. Always happens, always happens. All right, so today we are going to be tie-dyeing some old clothes, and these are old clothes that I've literally just pulled out of my wardrobe yesterday, and I put them through the washing machine. Hi Alison. I put them through the washing machine just with washing powder. So if you've never dyed before, I've done 2 videos on tie-dyeing with Procyon based dye, which is for cotton and that kind of material. And I've gone through all of the basics and I showed you how to do everything. Hi Kim. Hi Lisa. Hi Denise. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm just going to do a quick recap on how we mix up dye and what we do. So it is just going to be a quick recap. If you want to go more into detail, go back to the other Facebook Lives, which are also on our YouTube channel. We do have an official YouTube channel, so you can watch them anytime that you want. All right. So this is what you need to do some tie-dyeing. You need your Procyon dye fixer. Hi Helen, hi Leslie. So you need your Procyon dye fixer, which is soda ash. And I don't know why my camera's not wanting to focus today. There we go. And soda ash is your fixative for your dye. And as you can see, it's very inexpensive. I picked this one up from when we were doing a show, so it's got the show price on it. But I think it's about £4, something like that. It's very inexpensive for a lot of product. We do all different sizes. We do small bags, we do big bags, we do big tubs, do all kinds. So depending on how much dye you want, this will last for a very long time if all you're doing is a few shirts. I'll put it that way. So what you do is you mix up. I like to use room temperature to warm water, and then you mix it up in a big tub, and I keep this tub for dyeing. This is my dye tub. I don't use anything else in this tub. It is not a food tub. I got it from Wilkinson's and it was about £2, and it's massive, as you can see, and it's got a non-slip on the bottom, which is really helpful because it really doesn't slip. So anything that you use for dye, please don't use it for food. So you mix up following the instructions. I usually put a couple of tablespoons in to a couple of litres of water. Soak your fabric for a good hour at least, which I've pre-done this morning. And you can let it dry. So your fabric can dry and it's there, the fixative is there, it's ready. You can pull it out 2 weeks later, 2 months later. The longest I've done is about 6 months and it still worked just fine. But you know, you could probably do it after a year even. It's, you know, fixative, once it's in the fabric and so long as you don't wash it out, it's pretty much there. So there's your fixative, and then what you do is you get your dye. And we do dye in all kinds of different sizes. We do wool dye and Procyon dye. This is Procyon dye. And we do 10 grams, 25 grams, 50 grams, 100 grams. We'll do you a kilogram if you want, as much as you want. Procyon dye is for cotton-based products. Cotton, linen, calico, does viscose, does silk. Basically, it's natural fibres that are plant-based fibres. And this one is peach. Kind of looks peach in the pot, but sometimes they don't. It is very deceptive. Same as Brusho. You look at it and you think that's not green, it's orange. That one's vivid lemon. That one does look vivid lemon though. So what you want to do is, when you are using dye in its powdered form and in its liquid form, you need to use gloves. It is a protein-based dye and you need to use gloves. Make sure that you have got gloves on. So what you do is you put, depending on how dark you want your dye, you put some dye in a bottle, top it up with water, and then give it a good shake. I've got these lovely bottles and I write on my bottles what's in them. Doesn't work so much with ones that are really dark because you can't see what it says on it, so need to get myself a gold or silver Sharpie or something like that. And that's about it. Once your dye is mixed up, it is in the bottle, it is there, you can use it pretty much. The longest that I've kept dye in a bottle and used it is about 3 months, and it still worked just fine. So it really depends on what you're doing with it. I don't put the fixer in the bottle, I pre-treat my fabric. You can do it either way. You can put your fixer in your bottle. I do much prefer to pre-treat the fabric. Right, let me get these out of the way. Oh, forgot to say, if you're in a hard water area and your dye is not dissolving in your water, a filter is really good. So if you've got like a Brita filter, other brands obviously, filtered water, that will help as well with the hard water situation. But also a pinch of urea. Put a pinch of urea in and that'll help your dye dissolve into your water better. Right, let's get on. So what I got out of my cupboard and my wardrobes is I got this tank top, and I did this tank top with, this is how old this is. This image here is actually, oh, I've got brush on my table. Look, I've got extra yellow. I thought I'd wipe my table this morning, but obviously not. So this was a stamping I did, and I did at the bottom as well. Yeah, I got brush on my table. And this was a Hero Arts stamp, and this was a clearly bezottred stamp, the rose, and I actually stamped this as a project for Sukaniko with their Memento Lux ink pads, because the Memento Lux ink pads are actually for fabric and they're permanent on fabric. So that, I haven't done anything for Sukaniko for about 6 years, so this is how old this tank top is. And it's pretty much lasted, because I wear these tank tops at shows and stuff, so they get a lot of abuse. Certainly they get a lot of damage and a lot of sweat and a lot of moving about, and they're all a bit slightly grey now, so I thought what we could do is see if we can dye it and see what happens, because it is slightly grey. Just slightly. And I've got another one again. Oh, the stitching's coming undone a bit, and I can restitch that up. And then I've got a pair of pajamas. So these pajamas, turn it the right way, that'd help. I don't really wear, I don't really like them, so I thought I would see what happens when we dye something that's got a pattern on it. So these pajama bottoms have got this really nice flower pattern on it. So let's see what happens. Right, let's go on to the tank top first. This is all pre-treated, and it is has got the stamping on it. So I don't know how the dye is going to react to the stamping, so I want to see that. This is very much an experimental today, and let's see what happens. Right, don't need to put my gloves on yet because I'm just dealing with soda ash, and soda ash is not, it could cause a reaction if you've got really, really sensitive skin, because it is soap, it is a washing soap. So if you react to soap, then you might want to wear gloves, but I don't, so I'm not too fussed about soda ash. Now, how do we want to dye this one? I'm thinking what I might want to do is to squidge it like this and tie it in several places and then dye it in different sections going up. What do you think? So we're going from this to, so it's kind of like I'm going to concertina it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze it in and do it in a big diagonal, I think. Yeah. So it's going to be a diagonal pattern. So I'm going to use the string for this one. So that's about halfway at the bottom. So there's the bottom seam going across this way. Let's get that wrapped really tightly. Remember, if you want white space, you want to wrap it tighter. I don't want too much white space on this one because this one is the one that's pre-printed. So I do want a noticeable difference in the colours. So I'm going to tie it quite tight, but not so tight that it, what's the word? I can't think of the word this morning. You know, it's a change in the weather from that really, really hot, which I hate. I hate hot weather. Don't do well in heat. I don't know about you, but I really don't do well in heat. But the change in the hot, it sends your brain fuzzy, I'm sure. There we go. And then I'm going to do one here and then one at the top as well, I think. Just cut a piece, make it easier. And then we have to decide what colours we want to do. Yep, Leslie, me too. Completely welcome that cool weather today. It was lovely overnight. I actually got to sleep. I don't sleep very well in the heat because where I am here gets so hot. So hot because it's high up in the building and the heat rises and it just turns into an oven. It's not good. Right, I'm going to fan this out a little bit. And I'm going to tie this one a little bit better. There we go. So I have tied them quite tight, but not super tight that I want white space. Because this is grey. You know when you've had something nice and white and you've washed it a few times. I think I might do a tie up here as well, you know, and do a bit different in the, yeah. So this one's going to be a nice diagonal pattern when it comes out. This one's going to be quite cool and quite fun. Any ideas on colour? I'm very much a vintagey kind of girl, so you know, the browns, the steampunk. But I also like lilacs and purples as well. So, what do you reckon? This one, I think I probably need to do the darkest one to go over the printing. But we'll see. So there's the diagonal one. That one's all done. So this is the straight one. And oh look, this one's actually got a bit of printing on the bottom as well, but it's started to wash out. So that's a bit of stamping. So I must have stamped both of them. Yeah, I have. It's on this side as well. But that one definitely didn't fix. Right, this one, I think what I'm going to do is go upwards, and I'm going to fold it in a zigzag upwards. So if I was doing it on a thinner piece, I'd be gathering it like that. But because it's a big piece, I'm just gonna fold it like this. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the fold in the middle, so we've done that zigzag that we did last time. And I'm gonna tie it tightly here. In the middle. So don't forget, while I'm doing this, sewing bee tonight. And I think they said it was 60s night tonight on the sewing bee. I think. I'm sure they said it was 60s, you know. Definitely vintage clothing tonight. Do you class 60s as vintage nowadays? I think you do, don't you? Right, really tight this one. So we had a change of plan. I did say that today I was going to do mixed media, and I am very sorry, but because I was asked to do some more tie-dyeing and show some more tie-dyeing, I need to do the reveal tomorrow. So what I'm doing is we're doing the tie-dyeing today, and then tomorrow I'm going to do the mixed media. And I'll be doing luchador and expand it and the expanding media and burning stuff and doing some cool stuff. But today, because I'm going to have to leave it overnight as you do with your tie-dye, so tomorrow I need to open it up and do the reveal. So that's why we've had a change of plan, because I know that a few people wanted the mixed media, and I'm sorry if I've disappointed you today. But I am doing the mixed media with the expander and the luchador and the burning and the fun tomorrow. Oh, cut that one a bit too tight. Okay, cut that one a bit too short. That's the word. So we've done this one on the bag. I've got one of the bags here actually, and it's that one. That's the fold we've just done. Right. Your teenage years, you're not that old, Leslie. You don't look a day over 25. Right, how shall we do the fold on this one? I'm just going to cut the label off. Wait, it's Florence and Fred. It's Tesco, isn't it? Or was it Asda? I think it might be Asda. Let's do... Let's fold this one up like this. and then fold it like this. So we're getting the triangle-ish one. Then like this. I'm not bothered about them. And then that down. So this is going to be the triangle one, and if I tie it here and here, we'll do the triangle one. And I'm going to do this one with elastic bands. One. There we go. So for anyone that's coming in late, mixed media is tomorrow now. I'm going to tie the top as well. Let's do 3. Oh, fingers, that one caught my fingers then. Now, it says all of these say they were 100% cotton, but we'll find out because, you know, we don't know. They said 100% cotton, but you never know, do you? You never know. So we've got a triangle, we've got a zigzag, we've got a oblong, we've got all kinds of shapes going on here. Now the trousers, these are the trousers. I was gonna maybe do both legs different, but then I thought, well, I do actually wear these, so it might be a bit weird. But then again, they are pajamas, so the only one that's really going to see it is me and the other half. And he just looks at me quizzically most of the time. So let's see what to do with the trousers. Should we just do a randomly screw up pattern along the length? Oh, let's tie some knots. Let's do the knots, because the knots down the legs, if I can get them roughly in the same place, and I've no idea how this printing is going to affect, so now let's see if we can get the knots roughly in the same place. Back down a bit. Them two look pretty good. Let's do another knot further up. Tighter. I'm probably making this really difficult for me to get the knots out, but hey ho. It's all an experiment. I've never done a pair of trousers before, so definitely an experiment. I've done the fabric and then turned it into trousers, but Lexi, great minds think alike, Leslie. Great minds think alike. But if you've got old clothes, you know, I figure why not? If you've got old clothes that, you know, they've gone a bit grey because they're a bit old, well, why not? Why ever not? Right, and let's do something different with the top. So let's roll it, and then gonna elastic band it. See what happens. What's the worst that can happen? I look ridiculous, but you know, you lot have seen me at shows, so you know how I look anyway. About there. Okay. Right. I go for a little bit of white space on this one, because this one is actually still white. Ow, fingers. Okay, try again. I change my mind because I feel like I'm going to break my fingers. There we go. Whew. And this middle bit I'm going to tie with string, because I'm not going to get an elastic band in there. So I don't know what the pub's doing today. Maybe getting ready for reopening. A pub's going to be out there allowed to reopen soon? I don't know. I know they've been doing some decorating and stuff. Right then, so we've got a very looking weird pair of pants. We have a triangle top to match it, so them two match, so them two need to go roughly the same matching colours, and these two can go anything that we want. So let's begin. I'm going to just get this out of the way, so I've got a bit more room. So this is the printed one, and I'm going to put my gloves on. So gloves on time. If I can get them on, my hands are sticky from the soda ash. If you can't get gloves on, best way to do it says yep, really sticky from soda ash. And I reuse my gloves as much as I can as well, so I don't like to throw them away because it's just like a single-use plastic. I don't do single-use plastics if I can. If I can not use single-use plastics, I will not. Alright, that'll do. So I have my plastic ready to go to put my pieces in. I'm going to need 4 big ones, which I washed out from the last time. So they're ready to go. There's all the spares. And then I have the green tray, which sends my colour wrong on here. So sorry about that. Right, first one. What should we do? Get rid of the scissors. So this is the printed one, and we've done it in a nice scallop. Got it in there. It's the right way around. I'm thinking, because it's the printed one and it's printed in pink, maybe to go reds. Let's straighten up a bit. There we go. I'm thinking maybe reds with the printed one. So I was thinking maybe the scarlet or the magenta. Maybe with a bit of the turquoise, maybe the scarlet and turquoise, because pink and blue looks really nice. Or magenta and turquoise. What are you thinking? Peach, brown and lemon. So the peach, the autumn leaf and the lemon. That'll be good. I don't know if it'll go over the pink though. That's all I'm thinking. We should do that one on the next one, Lisa. Yeah, we'll do that one on the next one. But for this one, I'm thinking of going for the magenta and the turquoise to cover up that red. Yeah, let's go magenta and turquoise on this one. Right, because I haven't used them for a couple of weeks, I'm just going to give them, hold on to the top, give them a shake, make sure the dye is mixed, make sure there's no sediment at the bottom. And the same with the turquoise, check the bottom. And careful taking the top off, because sometimes they spurt when you take the top off if you've given them a shake. See, spurted, so just be careful. Where's my cloth? All right, I think we'll go for the pink at the top and at the bottom, merging into the blue in the middle. What do you reckon? I reckon that sounds like a good idea. So let's get some pink and pink. Soak it up. We may have something really interesting here because the thread that it's sewn with might not be cotton. So could be very interesting. Could be very interesting. Right, I've done this in even sections and I needed to really do it in odd sections. Sorry, I've done it in odd sections. I really needed to do it in even sections. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go pink here and here and a little bit here and then blue in the middle, and the colours will mix and hopefully turn into something really cool. Might turn into a mess, might turn into something really cool. Alright, let's turn it over. And get the back side. So that's the blue. Whoop. Spraying it everywhere today. Probably because I'm sat down. I usually stand up. There's a lot of fabric here, so I'm just going to give it a minute to soak up. And get this in the bag. All right, first one down. And I got dye everywhere this time. Good job I use a tub, isn't it? So the next one we are going to do what was it Lisa suggested? The autumn leaf, the peach and the lemon. And we're going to do that one on this one. I'm going to get my bag ready to put it in first this time. The excess, in this case, normally what I would do is I would put other fabric in it and soak it up. But in this case, because we're live streaming, it's just going in my cloth, which is not got any fixative in it, so that'll just wash out. But, hi Tom! But what usually what I would do, it will make a lovely purple. You can see it's going to make a gorgeous purple. But it'll just wash out because there's no fixative on it. So what I would normally do is just, yeah, put some other fabric in it, soak it up. But it's hard when you're live streaming because, you know, I need to not faff so much. Saying that, I faff quite a lot, so here we go. So, Lisa, autumn leaf, peach, and that one flicked again. That's okay. Autumn leaf. So there's my autumn leaf. There's my peach. And then lemon it was, wasn't it? That beautiful lemon. So we're all good. They are all good. Take the lid off carefully. Right. So the arms are in this middle section of the shirt. Wow, that flicked for miles. I got it on my monitor. And that is why we do this outside usually. So we're using Procyon dye from Colourcraft, Tom. So this is proper cotton, plant fibre based Procyon dye. So these are the arms, and what would you want on the arms? Would you want a lighter colour or the darker colour? I think you'd really want the colour to go probably lighter up at the top, darker up at the bottom. So that's the middle, that's the arms, and this is the bottom, kind of. So I'm going to go darker down here and lighter in the middle and medium there, and that should make it come out really, really cool. So I am going to try and aim for white space. We did tie this one quite tight. So I'm going to put that nice yellow. Because we did it quite tight, I'm just going to dribble it in nicely. So I'll do the yellow there. And do the peach up here on this one. And then the autumn leaf on the bottom one. taking quite a lot of dye to colour this. There's a lot of fabric. That's fine, we've got plenty of dye. Plenty. I mean, we did the 4 bags and we've still got loads of dye left. And now we're doing clothing and we've still got loads of dye left. So I'm not worried. Okay, get that dye in there. Do make sure that you do both sides. This is quite a new experience for me, actually dyeing pre-made clothing. I've never done pre-made clothing. I've done a few t-shirts, but I've never done anything like this. So this is new to me too. It's quite nice playing. Now I do want this yellow in the middle to blend into these two. So I am going to go a bit closer. Don't know if you can see here. I'm touching. And the yellow one is the one that's more likely to disappear because the other colours are quite dark. Yeah, the yellow's coming through now, so that should be plenty. This is going to be nice. So this one's a vest top for those of you that are just joining us, because I know I can see my numbers going up, so people are just coming in. So this is a vest top, and it's going to be peach, the vivid lemon, and then the autumn leaf. So it's going to go a really, really nice gradient. Right, carefully get this one in this bag. Let's let that soak through. So what I'm probably going to do, I'm putting these to the side. I'm probably later on going to turn them over. So if I lay them all like that before I go to bed, I'll probably flip them over to make sure that the dye soaks back through, so they're all even. Because there is quite a lot of liquid in there, so I think that's going to be a good idea to do that. Alright, so not too much of the autumn leaf of the peach came through that time. It's mainly the lemon, so I definitely think I got the lemon saturated all the way through, which is what I wanted, because that lemon is the lightest of the colours. Alright, what are we going to use next? So we've got the pyjama set. I'm thinking the turquoise and the lavender, or the ultra light scattering of the ultramarine and the lavender, or maybe even the scarlet and the lavender, or the magenta and lavender. What are we reckoning? So for those that are new, this is a pyjama top. So that's a camisole pyjama top, and then we've got the pants to go with the pyjama bottoms, and we've done a knotted effect in the pyjama bottoms. And these ones are pre-printed with a flowery pattern, so we'll see how that goes. I've never over dyed print like that before, so we'll see. Right, I'm going to get my bag ready. I think I really want to go for the lilac, the lavender. Come on, camera. Focus. Hang on. Where's my ink pad? There you go. That focuses it. Yeah, I'm liking the idea of the lavender. I still got a bit of that peach dye that's on my... Oh, come on, camera. There we go. I'll keep that there. So, on the top, I think I just want to do lavender on the top. I might actually do the lavender and the pink at the top. Sorry, the cats are trying to come in. So, as I said, just make sure right, I'm going to do the lavender at the toe, and then I might do the magenta. The pink and lavender, yeah. I think you're right, Leslie, pink and lavender. So I'm going to do the lavender here. And this has got some like lace on it, and I don't know if that's cotton either. So I'm not entirely sure how that lace is going to come out. It might not dye at all, because if it's an elastane lace, then it's not going to get dyed by the Procyan dye. It'll get stained, but it won't get dyed. So do we want the pink or the red? Let's go for the pink. We've done loads of the pink though. Let's go for the red. But mind you, pink looks better with lavender. Oh, I'm torn. Come on, ladies. Am I going pink or red? Are we doing scarlet? Or are we going pink, magenta? Because the red is really dark. I don't think the red's going to go. Let's do the pink. It's decided. It's the pink. I should have just gone pink straight away, because yeah, I think the pink is right. Whoop. Okay. Let's get that dye right in there. And because the fabric is wet, the dye is going to move through the fabric really nicely. Too late, Tom. Too late. You do nice colour work, Tom. You should know. You can do scarlet and lavender. I challenge you, Tom. Scarlet and lavender. Your next lovely piece of Brayering and Lavinia. See, I'm seeing this purple and it's not going into the lace. Can you see? Let me try zoom in and show you what I mean. Right. Can you see here? It's that green's throwing the colour out. Let me try lift it. Can you see how the dye there is not, it's going into this really nicely, but that lacy bit is just not taking it. I don't think that lace is cotton. I've got a really sneaking suspicion the 100% cotton isn't lace. Hi Marie, these are our Colourcraft branded and made in Sheffield, all handmade in Sheffield, Procyon dyes for natural fibres, so plant-based fibres, cotton, calico, viscose, that kind of thing. So let's get a bit more dye in. I'm going to leave it so it has got a bit of white space in this one. Let's see how we're doing. Is it coming through? Yeah, it's coming through. Need more on this side. Yeah, you can really see here, that bit there. The lace, it's a different colour to the fabric, even though that has had dye pod directly on it. So I don't think that that is cotton. It's funny how it says 100% cotton on the label, isn't it? Funny, funny. Can't trust anything these days. Now, you can see the dye is starting to spill up in, which is exactly what I wanted. Exactly what I wanted. Just get a bit more there. I want it to creep up, and where the elastic band is really tight, it should give a really nice streaky white pattern as it creeps up. That's what I'm going for anyway. But I need to get some smaller bottles. Alright, so that's that one. So this is the top. Let's get this one in there. Definitely a good idea when you're doing large pieces in clothing to open your bag first. Work that one out this time. Right, so there we go. Next one. Okay. Right, so this is the final one. This is the legs of the pajamas. And this one we did a crazy knotting effect. So here's the legs. There's my opening at the bottom. So that's your foot hole. And then the waist is up here. And we're going to do this in here. I think we do the top bit of the waist and the bottom bit of the legs the same. And then we do that bit the same. Yeah, let's do that. So let's go for the pink on the top. And again, this one's pre-printed, so when we do the reveal tomorrow, you want to see how these come back out. 11 AM UK time tomorrow, I will be doing the opening and the washout, and then we'll go on to the mixed media. So we'll be doing the luchador and the expand it and all of the good burning, and yeah, good burning. We like burning things. We like mixed media. So sorry if you came expecting to have a mixed media today. I did change the days because otherwise you'd miss the reveal, and I didn't want you to miss the reveal. Okay. Have a great day, Tom. Anne-Marie, so they don't come ready mixed, they come in a powder form, and what you do is you put them in the bottle and you add water and you give it a swirl and away you go. there's full instructions. You can download our instruction sheet on our website. All the full instructions are there, or if you get a starter kit, you get a printed out one already in your kit, so you know exactly what you're doing. Or you can go on to my previous video where I did a basics on how to tie-dye and mix your dye and everything. That's on our YouTube channel, and it's on our saved videos. It's under the tie-dye bag. We did some recycled tie-dye bags and some reusable bags, which came out really cool. Really cool. So I've done the pink, I've done the purple. I'm going to do that knot purple, that bit pink. Hang on, that knot purple, that purple, and that knot there pink. So it's going to be, yeah, that's how I'm going to do it. Oh, I've got enough dye. Running out of the lavender. Oh, squirted it on the wrong bit. It'll be fine. Yeah, I've got enough. I've got enough of the lavender made up. That will be fine. Definitely got enough of the pink made up. Oh, turning this one's going to be interesting. Let's grab them two bits there, them two bits there, and flip. Yay, did it. Yeah, I've got enough dye. It's going to be fine. Oh, I didn't pre-open my bag though. No. It's okay. Right, so this big nut is going to be pink. And then the rest is purple. I keep saying purple, it's not, it's lilac. It's lilac, not purple. Lilac is purple, but you know what I mean. We have to get the definition right. Oh, just with the lilac. We are almost out of the lilac. Actually, there's a lot more in there than I thought. There we go. Lilac is spent. So this is reusable. What I will do is I will rinse this bottle out and reuse it for lavender. So, right. Probably needed a bigger bag, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that on top of that, that on top of that, that on top of that, and lift it by that and get straight in. Awesome. Perfect. All right, so what we do with this now, bye Helen, is we leave these overnight, and in the morning we rinse them out and then we open them. So 11 AM tomorrow I will be here. I will rinse these out, and then once we've rinsed them out and done the reveal, which hopefully won't take more than 10 minutes, I will pre-rinse them out. Then we'll go on and we'll do some burning and some distressing with Luchador and expand it and some really cool stuff. So tomorrow will be mixed media, but today is the dyeing. So thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate everyone that spends an hour of your time with me. I try not to take more than an hour. Visit us online on Colourcraft. You can find us on the internet. You can find us on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're always under Colourcraft. You will find us. If you've got any questions, feel free to message us. And if there's anything you want me to show you, then please do say, because that's what I'm here for. I am here to show you how to use and how to get the best out of your dyes and your paints. And of course, your brusher. And don't forget, tonight it is Sewing Bee. Yay, excited. I will be watching Sewing Bee, so, you know, I might have some comments tomorrow. I try not to do spoilers, but, you know, I was gutted that we lost Alison in Sewing Bee. I think she was robbed with that one. But hey, that's just my opinion, probably because I know her, so there we go. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow morning, 11 AM. Bye for now.